if I told you this colorful firework animation is made using just loops in Python? No fancy tricks, no functions, just your friendly Python turtle doing all the work. In this video, we'll build a firework animation step by step, perfect for beginners who want to see real-world results fast. Let's turn this simple code into something that actually looks cool. So let's import all the necessary libraries. The first one is going to be our turtle library. Second is going to be import random. That will help us to get a random value from a given range, right? Now let's define pen variable, which will hold the details or information related to the turtle, which is in the turtle library. And I want it to move faster, so I'm going to use the speed function. Let's set it to 100. Also, I want the firework to be a little bit thicker, so in that case, let's use width function and let's set the value to 2. Once that is done, we are going to use a screen variable, which will again store the details related to the screen function inside the turtle library. Now here, we are planning to give it a background color, so that's why BG color is going to be our function. And let's give it black. You can give it blue too, no problem. Any color that you want. Of course. Now, once we are done, let's try to focus on creating a single firework first of all. Now, in order to do that, I will simply use pen color so that, we can use by default the color of the pen is black. And if our background is also black, we won't be able to see anything. So I'm going to set it yellow for time being. Then we will change the colors also randomly. But before that, let's see how we can draw a single firework. Now, in order to draw a single firework, we have seen that firework usually appears in a circle format, right? It is like a total circle. Here also we are planning to do that. So I'm going to use the syntax for I in range, where I is a variable which value is going to change continuously so that the value of I reaches from 0 to the range, or we can say the last value, so that the loop can repeat. So the starting value will be 0 and the end value is 36. As I want to make a circle, I need to make sure this loop repeats for 36 times. Now, to draw a single one, let's use pen.forward. Once that is done, we will say, let's say the length of the line will be 45. Now, once it moves in the forward direction, it should come back to the center, right? So that it can draw the next line in some other direction. But their center or the point of origin will be same, right? All the lines will start from the same origin. So that's why we need to have a backward of the same size, isn't it? And as I said, we want to make sure it's a circle. So if you remember, to make a full circle, you need to have 360-degree angle. Here, the same thing's gonna happen. I'm just simply gonna turn the turtle 10 degrees for 36 times, which will eventually give us something like this. Now we have this. It does look good, but does not look like a firework, right? So, which means that if I am drawing one length of the line a little bit longer, maybe the second line of the firework should be a little bit smaller. Randomly, it can be chosen. So when we talk about random, we will have to use the random module. Now let's create basically this one will help me to draw, right? Now here what I'm planning to do is I'm going to define a variable. Now this variable will make sure that as soon as the value of this size of the line gets decided, this loop will also get updated. So let's say this variable will help me to choose a random value for each side or each line of the firework randomly. So let's say the smallest line of the firework will be 10 and the largest will be till 40, right? Now I have multiple lengths of the firework, right? Each and every line of the firework can have multiple values now. Now it will not only stick to 45. Now sometimes it can be 10, 20, 25, who knows. So now how can we change that? Instead of giving this forward a static value like 45, let's use the variable size. As the name suggests, it's a variable. So its value can vary, but its value will only lie within this range, which is from 10 to 40. Now let's see the magic if we were able to achieve it. We have done that. Now it does look like a firework. If you want, you can increase it and make it a little bit bigger so that you get much more defined. So this does look like it. Now we have achieved a single one. Now how about we try to achieve multiple fireworks at the same time? Now for that, a new concept comes, which is known as nested loop. This loop needs a loop inside a loop. Now I have one pattern where to draw this single pattern, I am using a for loop. Now to draw the same patterns maybe for 10 times, I will have to use another loop, right? Which means that if I want to draw the first one, if I want to draw a firework, I'll have to use this loop. However, if I want to draw the same loop again, I will have to use this loop again, right? But instead of writing the same code again, I'm going to use the nested loop. Now here, we will again say, let's say firework count. I'm going to replace the variable name as firework count, okay, in range. So let's say if you want to make 15 of them, right? Now here, firework will be better for this one. Now here, I'm going to first of all set the random location, right? So let's say for X, we are going to say random dot rand int. And let's say 210, negative 210 to 200, right? And y equals to random dot rand int followed by negative 210, comma 200. Once that is done, what we are going to do, we are going to assign this value and then we are also going to change this color, right? Now for setting the location of it, I'm going to use up, which is quite common and we have been using it. Once you have the x and y coordinates randomly chosen for each and every one, you can use this code and then let's say, okay, now here we go. This is how we will draw it, right? But here is another catch. I need to change the color. This is only going to be yellow forever. I don't want that, right? So let's create 3 more variables. What is going to be random dot rand in. And let's say 0,255. Now if you remember in previous projects also, we have discussed that there are 3 primary colors, red, green and blue, and if you combine these colors you get almost all the colors, right? So that's the same thing happening over here. This red R represents the red color whose intensity can be starting from 0 to 255, which means if the intensity of the color red goes towards 255, we will get a lighter shade of red, whereas if the intensity of this red gets chosen which is close to 0, we will get a darker shade of red. And we are going to combine all these 3 colors. So for that, we are creating 3 different variables. Once we have it, we can copy this code or maybe delete this one from here, come here and paste it here. Now I'm not going to give the color static yellow. No, it can be combination of RG, B. Now we will have the combination of 3 colors together. Now, this is only to repeat the line of code, and these line of codes will only work once we are set to draw the firework. Now this, if you remember, this second loop is responsible for drawing the firework. Now if I want this loop to be used again and again, I will have to make sure that I place it inside this outer, which is having firework count variable. Now make sure to fix the indentations. It is really important, because now what is happening, if you want this loop to run, your outer loop should run first. What is the meaning of outer loop? This is your outer loop, which will repeat the firework. However, the inner loop is actually responsible for creating the firework. So you can use a hashtag and say loop responsible to draw a single firework. Okay, so this is to draw a single firework. Now using the same color and using the same code, this one is responsible for to draw multiple fireworks. If you keep on adding comments, if you make it a habit, it is really good, because it will help you to find the codes in a very easier manner. Let me just quickly fix it here. Responsible loop responsible to draw multiple fireworks. Now let's see how it goes. So you will see I'm able to get different fireworks at random locations. Now how that was possible? Because of this random.rand int, and here I have given the range. Now you can reduce the range if you want the fireworks to be mostly at the center. And voila, you can rename the project and you can just simply name it as fireworks. Don't worry, if you find any issues, I'll add the reference code in the description. Do check it out. And make sure to save it. And just like that, our turtle turned into a firework artist. Try changing the colors, the speed, and all the things that we have done in this video. If this made Python feel a little less scary and a lot more fun, hit that like button. I'll be back with another turtle project very soon.